Welcome to Graspable AI. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what I consider being AI literacy for students, things that students should learn about AI. And there is no definitive way of categorizing AI literacy, but these 7 categories have emerged from me diving into different aspects of AI literacy. And I find them useful. You'll probably find some other frameworks for describing AI literacy from other places, and I think these can complement each other in a good way. So, extremely briefly, I'm going to talk about each of these categories in a bit more detail, but very briefly, we have practical use of AI tools. We have things like deepfakes, disinformation, critical thinking. We have understanding the technical aspects of AI, the actual technology. We have things like integrity and data security connected to AI. We have the ethical and legal aspects of AI. We have the societal impact of AI. And then we have the big questions about what it means to be human and the existential risks, large-scale risks from AI. All right, so a bit more. This is just an overview. I plan to make videos where I describe these in more detail later on. So, number 1, practical use of AI. Here we have some things that I think every student should learn. We have, and there are some videos on this, using AI for learning as a learning tool. We have AI for writing as well, managing information with AI, ideation and brainstorming with AI, and then a bit more complex but extremely useful, automating tasks and repetitive work with AI. This is something I think everyone should learn. But then we have, depending on your kind of studies, there are other things as well. If you're learning coding, for example, it is now essential that you also learn about using AI for coding or software engineering. And other things as well. We have foreign languages, producing media. Students with special needs might have particular use of AI as well. Second category, disinformation, fraud, and critical thinking. This is something that I think it could start at really early ages because you're exposed to deepfakes and fraud. It could be exposed at an early age. So just being aware of deepfakes and what AI can do, what computers can do, and that telephone calls, for example, can be fake is important from an early age. And then with growing, as you grow older, you can understand more about these things like the virality of deepfakes, some of them, and how emotions are used to create virality. Cognitive biases as well. When you get even older, you can understand deeper aspects of how you can be manipulated by the flaws, basically, we have as humans. Methods to resist deepfakes, and understanding how AI can be used to scale up fraud and use also individualized and targeted fraud for individual persons. And then we have the societal part of this, information warfare, societal impact, things like that. Aspect number 3, understanding the technology. I don't think it's important that everyone understands a lot about AI as a technology, but some of the things is useful to understand to have a better grasp of what you can expect from this technology and what you can't expect it to do. And this just to start having an awareness of the capabilities of AI, that AI now can create videos, stories, and act like it's thinking. I think it's important to understand from an early age. And then we have just the demystifying AI, explaining that in very light scale, in a light way, how the technology works to demystify it. The black box problem, I think, is kind of important to understand. Training data is the basic for understanding things like biases and things like that. So that is also kind of important. the computational power, and then also the environmental footprint of AI is something that could be incorporated in this part of AI literacy. Privacy and data security. Just knowing what happens with your data when you're using AI tools is good, and also comparing that to between different services could be useful. Being aware of biases in language models, and no AI no AI model is unbiased. They're created to be biased, and we have to be relate to that in a good way. And also, I think it's becoming more and more important to know that the AI models the language models are often eager to please you. Sycophantic, it's called in the AI world. Being aware of that is a very useful way to relate to them in a good way. Number 5, ethical and legal aspects. That concerns, for example, information about others and treating that with respect. If you take a photograph and create a funny deepfake, is that okay? Both from a legal aspect and an ethical aspect. And not only others, information about others, but also others' data. If you're handling personal information or things like that, sensitive information, you should do that in a good way. You might have local school rules or guidelines that students should be aware of. There are legal aspects like copyright. What happens with AI created material that I create myself? Do I have copyright for that? And discussing what happens. Is it okay that big companies have used music, for example, from artists to create AI models? Things like that. If you live in the European Union, I think it's also fair when you have reached a certain age to be aware of the fundamentals of the AI Act, and that means understanding high-risk domains and high-risk areas when it comes to AI use. And then we have something that is kind of fuzzy but very important, and that is taking responsibility for how you use AI and the material that you create with AI. Saying that this was wrong, but it was the chatbot that made this error is not okay. It's your material, and regardless of the tools you use, you have to take ownership of it. Then this is a pretty big one, and I would say this is for older students. Understanding AI, the pace of AI development is important when it comes to societal effects. AI's impact on the labor market, and also how jobs are changed without disappearing or creating new jobs. You also have changes within occupations and tasks that you do. Power concentration is a really big issue when it comes to AI. It has potential for extreme power concentration. We also have shifting powers in the world, potentially due to AI. We have a cultural impact of AI because large language models and many other AI models are carriers of culture and reproduce a certain culture to a bigger or lesser extent. We have also, potential impacts on democracy and governance in how AI impacts society. Final category, the existential questions and large-scale risk. We have questions like, what does it mean to be a human in a world where we have machines appearing as if they can think, and potentially within 5 or 10 years even matching human thinking? This is controversial for some people and uncontroversial for the others, but I believe that this is something that we should take seriously. And along with that comes also questions about AI companions and human AI relationships. Kids and grown-ups, adults using AI companions and forming relationships. And going one step further in that direction, we could also have discussions about AI personhood. What is consciousness? Can AI machines be conscious? Could AI have rights? What would that mean? Things like that. And then we do have the potential catastrophic risks from advanced AI. We have potential misuse, malicious use of AI to harm as many as possible. We could have AI that is accidentally causing big catastrophes. We could also end up in loss of control situations where AI starts doing whatever it likes, and if it's too powerful, we won't be able to stop it. Questions like that are relevant to discuss. All right, so that's the 7 areas of AI literacy. And as in every video, I'd like to present an exercise. And in this case, I would like you to reflect on one of these areas. Pick one that surprised you, that you hadn't thought about, or something that you're more interested in learning more about. Reflect for a few minutes. What questions do you have about this area? And then discuss this with a colleague if you have one nearby, or otherwise with a chatbot, or leave a comment to this video and you can talk to other teachers as well. That's it. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to see you in another video. Bye.